A founder or a businessman who is planning to raise money, they have a most simple question: whether I should raise money by diluting equity or whether I should take a loan from bank or private market. Or if you are the person who want to know what is the best source of fundraising, then this video is for you. Today we will be discussing about capital structure. Hello guys, my name is Yogesh Tite and I am the founder of Entai. Let's start. So to understand capital structure, we need to understand the sources of funds. And fund can be taken into company based on the equity, that means diluting your shares or offering partnership or loan, debentures. These are the two ways wherein a person can take money into a business. There are mixed way as well, as in convertible notes, but we will not talk about that thing right now. This is clear now. Second thing we need to understand is cap table. Cap table is nothing but, let's say a company name is ABC. There are 1, 2, 3 partners. Ram is holding 30%, Sham is holding 50%, Raju is holding 20%. And they have 10 lakh of loan. This is cap table. So once you understand the sources of funds and the cap table, you would be able to derive at a point wherein what source of funds would be good for you. Let's understand that. So we'll take example. Consider a company, ABC company, needs 100 rupees. And they have 3 options to raise the 100 rupees. The first is equity, second is loan, third is mix. So they are raising 100 rupees by diluting 10% shares. In this case, they are raising 100 rupees at 15% interest rate. And here they are raising 50 rupees through equity by diluting 5% shares and 50 rupees as a loan at 15% interest rate. So we are talking about 3 different examples. Okay. Consider in this particular year, the company is able to generate a 200 rupees revenue. Revenue would be same for all the types. Now if we just deduct the OPEX, as in whatever are the required, whatever were the cost, that means a gross profit of company by every way is same. Till this point, we are not able to conclude whether we should go for equity, debt, loan or mix. Now we would be able to understand the difference. If this is gross profit, that means we have to pay interest, depreciation and taxes. In this case, interest is 0. Depreciation is, we will consider 0 for that matter, and the taxes at 20% we will consider. That means the tax would be 20 rupees. So the net profit to the company is 80 rupees. Now we will calculate for this. The interest would be 15 rupees, depreciation we are considering 0, and the tax on 80 rupees would be 70. That means 68 rupees. Now you are understanding net profit is 80, here is 68, and in this case the interest would be 7.5 rupees, depreciation is 0, and the tax would be 18.5. So the gross profit is 75 rupees. Now consider this amount 80, 68 and 75. The net profit was 80, 68 and 75. Now in this case 90% holdings were of the earlier owner and the 10% was an investor. So in this case 72 rupees to the real owner and the 8 rupees to the new investor. That means your ultimate profit is 72 rupees. In this case 100% is owned by earlier owners. There is no investor. Okay, that means 68 rupees is your profit. In this case 95% is the earlier owner, 5% is the investor. That means 71.25 and 3.75 to this period. So do you see that a profit to real owners or the promoter or the original owners of the company 72, 68 and 71.25. That will help you to understand what should be the percentage of in your total fundraise for equity and debentures, right? In this case equity looks like a great option, loan looks like a bad option, mix is look like an average option. But what if company is not able to generate the 100 rupees of the gross profit? What if they were able to make 80 rupees? Or in another case, what if they were able to make 300 rupees? Or what if they were able to make 200 rupees of gross profit? The scenario would completely change. So all these things are majorly depend on the equity dilution, how much you are equity you are diluting. If at all for these 100 rupees, I decided to dilute only 5%. That means I would be having 76 rupees and the investors would be having only 4 rupees. In this case, this looks like good, but this depends on equity dilution. We have considered the 15% of the interest rate. This interest rate could be 10%, 12%, 18%. That will give you the another number. Another thing is depend on the amount, how much you are raising. We were talking about 100 rupees. There could be a case you need 80 rupees, 150 rupees. So all these numbers would change by the amount you are asking. This would change by sales or revenue. We already spoke. What if the company is generating 80 rupees instead of 100 rupees or 150 rupees instead of 100 rupees? The scenario would be completely different. What is the profit? If the profits are different, these things would be different. So your capital structure is solely depend on how much equity you are going to dilute, what are the interest rate available, what is the amount you are looking for, what is the sales, what is the projected sales and what is the projected profit, and how realistic are the sales and projected profit. Once you have all these things in mind, you can calculate by this way. We have considered 50-50% here. There could be a case wherein 70% equity and 30% loan, or vice versa, 30% equity and 70% loan. So you need to understand how much portion of your fundraise is good to raise by equity and is good to raise by loan. Once you get the best possible combination, that can define your capital structure, and now you can say that out of 1 lakh rupees we are going to raise 7,20,000 by equity and the remaining is through loan. So this is how you can save most of the money by strategizing your capital structure. I hope you got to learn something today. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. See you again.